Okay, guys, how are we all doing? Want to take a quick look at the market and just take a quick look at a few things that are going on right now in the cryptocurrency market. Just want to take a quick look at Bitcoin, quick overlook at the altcoin market cap. A few alts that are moving at the moment that we're currently trading, which is Nano, Komodo, ZRX, obviously, as well is pumping right now today. Just took some profit on that earlier and it's coming back down now. So it was a nice little trade. Nano we're currently in right now, which has been really good. Had a break in the trend and now starting to take off. So this was a nice bull div down the bottom here. If we go and quickly look at the daily, we came down and double bottomed here, as you can see. Got this nice double bottom across here, and then we had the bull div down here. So flat top with lower RSI, and then obviously we are continuing on. So just looking now at Nano taking off here, but the main thing I want to just quickly, I'll show you one last thing as well. Obviously our RSI divergence is on its way up again now, so things are looking good at the moment. And then on sort of momentum swing to the upside, and then this is our bull div here. So we had the lower low get put in there, and obviously we had the higher high get put in here on our bull div. So that's the bull div there, not on the daily, which I just showed. Okay, so let's go quickly take a look at Bitcoin. Right, so Bitcoin, I'm currently in this trade right now. I've got my stop just over 6,525 and entered right in at the top here. I'm actually hedged as well, just in case we do break out to the top. So I'm hedged 50% of my position. So if we break out to the top here, my short position will get stopped out, and then this will run, hopefully we'll break out through the tops of this 6,800 level. So I'm still going to profit if we break out to the top side, and it will kill, and the hedge is actually going to cover any of the losses that I would take if the short failed, right? So it's going to get rid of this if our short does play out, which what we're looking at here, because our indicator is giving us 3 bear divs in a row, so indicating making a lower low repetitively. It's really a flat top there, whilst price is on a rise, right? So price going up, indicator making a flat top, that's a bear div, and we're coming back down now. As you can see, momentum is falling to the downside, right? So we just need to be aware of that. The 4 hour, the main ones I look at using time frames, the main time frames I look at is the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the daily and the 3 day and the weekly, right? So, but mainly daily, 4 hour and 1 hour are the keys. And then obviously when we're in closer scalping, the 5 minute and the 15 minute. But, something like this, 3 bear divs in a row. If we look back historically, when we've had bear divs pop up, we have had a crash and pull down shortly after. So I would not be surprised if we get a double Bartman. So we just bartered back up here. We've got rejected on this trend line. Let me grab the drawing tool. We're rejected on this trend line here, here, and here, right? So there's 3 rejections in there. So obviously this is a rejection here as well as here. Whoops, what did I just do? Let's go back. Komodo taking off and scoring points for us nicely right now as well. Yeah, so it's looking like we're going to get rejected again from this trend line. So this is our long-term trend line that we've been watching the entire year, pretty much. And we just keep on continuously get rejected from here with triple bear divs and momentum on the 4 hour falling to the downside. I think definitely at least we're going to see a retest of the bottom of the flag here, 6,370, and most likely come back down to the 6,200 levels and probably bounce off the 6,170 again, and then this will scoop us back up. This level will hold, and then we'll probably make another move back up later on in the week or early next week and try and break out through to the upside through here. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Let's get up USD longs. So something that me and my trading partner, the Wolf of Amsterdam, if you want to follow him, on TradingView. I post up some really good charts, and on Twitter as well. Get behind him. He's always got some great content. We're looking at this bull div here. So we're posting a lower low here, and we've got, this is sort of a flat. It's a little bit lower, so it's not really an actual bull div, but it's in there. And indicator showing off 2 bull divs there. So it looks like we're about to get a reset and a pump here to the upside on our RSI momentum swing. Looking for a bounce here off the same level on RSI, and we'll see a turnaround. So bull div on our Bitfinex BTC USD longs. This has played out multiple times before. If we just have a look at our bear div here, bang, nailed it there, and then we had these bear divs in a row as well, right? So there, and these are the bear divs getting put in there, and then we crashed, and then our bear divs popped up here as well, and obviously we had that going on, and then we had the pullback shortly after that as well. So divergence does play out on these, which is a little bit interesting to see, because it probably shouldn't, because this is just people putting longs in or taking them out, margin longs on Bitfinex. So it shouldn't really be able to trade it with a bull div indicator, but it seems to historically work multiple times. So we'll see if it continues to keep playing out, but I'm expecting these to swing around. So I'm expecting a breakdown probably one more time on the 4 hour. It's probably going to be a weak breakdown, because on the daily on Bitcoin, so the 4 hour is dumping off, but if we go and take a look at the daily, the momentum on the daily is actually going up right now. So just pull this guy to the side. Our daily momentum is actually pointing to the upside, right? So that means we've got a lot of strength right now. It's starting to get a little bit overbought, but I think it's definitely got a couple more days in there before it scoops around and then comes back down. As usually we get pinned to the top for a while. Even this one was only up there for a little bit, and it took forever to come back down. As we saw here, we finally came back down, reset, and quickly ejected back up. So looking for this to come down a little bit, probably pull back just a little bit, and then relaunch and break through this resistance of the descending triangle that we've been in for this entire year. The other thing I want to look at as well is just take a quick look at our altcoin market cap. I think this is a valuable little piece of information. We've got our stochastic RSI showing daily momentum is swinging to the upside, right? And then we also have a little pattern here of inverse head and shoulders. So if this continues to play out and we keep seeing alts pump like we have been just recently over the last couple of days, we've had a few things popping off. If we can continue to see alts pop off and we break through this level here at about, I can't even read that number, it's so long, but it looks to be like 10 billion, sorry, it'd have to be a couple hundred billion or something like that. If that breaks out, there's too many numbers in there for me to read it off the chart while live. But once we break out through here, we should see a lot of momentum kick in on our altcoins. So if we get a break here, expect this to come up and challenge at least here, or possibly these highs here. So one of these two to play out, and that'll give us a nice little boost and possibly a miniature altcoin season, depending on how well Bitcoin goes. But it'd be really nice to see a little altcoin run in Q4, and see some of our favorite coins like Nano get a confirmation here with a break above 4558. So we're looking for on our 3-day chart. We're looking for this guy to break through this level here. That will give us a good, nice confirmation level that this is a confirmed breakout. At the moment, it's looking good. It's up more than ZRX right now, so we cannot complain on that trade right now. So very nicely. And so we're basically looking for this to continue the break and continue resetting to the upside on here. Other coins I'm watching quite closely at the moment are Wabi, because it did have that really tasty breakout and ran for 80%. I took half profit and left half coins in. Probably should have taken a whole profit because it did pump so hard. It pumped a full 100%, which was really nice. And now we're just looking to where we should be getting back into it. So quick look on the 4 hour. It looks like it's trying to reset here and build out a little bit of a flag triangle pattern, and we'll see if it can gain some momentum again and pop back off. This is probably going to come back down here and reset again and then go again while the rest of our RSI drops, and we'll probably look at possibly getting a bull div or something like that, and then we'll get a pop off. Komodo is the other one that's looking really good right now. As you can see on the 4 hour, it's starting to run here. On the daily, it's taking a little bit of a run as well. It's already had its run on the daily, so I need to be starting to look to take profit soon on this one, as we've already got a 30% pump on that, so it's looking pretty good to start taking some profit off Komodo. And if BTC does actually dump here, it's going to pull things like Komodo, Nano and ZRX back, which will give us a little bit of a chance to enter a little bit lower again. Other coins are looking good right now to me. Coins like Nulls, as you can see, pretty oversold here on the daily, trying to break out, but got denied, and probably reset a little bit more and then go again. Let's have a quick look on the 4 hour. Yeah, so 4 hour I'm pretty overbought. So this is going to have to come back most likely, and then it will bounce and go back up. So probably in the next couple of days will be a good chance to buy that, nice and cheap. One chain looking good. This is a bit oversold, overbought now as well on the 4 hour. So might have to wait for a reset there. But the daily looks like it's getting ready to go and reset to the upside. No bullish divergences yet though. ONT is looking really good right now. We've had this flat bottom for a while. RSI, what's that been doing? Has it been giving us much? Slight bull div here because I guess if we follow, it's probably not really there. Probably trying to force it. We do have a bull div here on the 4 hour though, so we'll have a quick look at that there. So making a lower low and indicators making a higher high. Sorry, a higher low. So you see how this is a lower low here and this is a higher low, and with our RSI, the candle bodies where you want to be looking at, it's actually made a lower level to just here. So lower level or flat is fine if the indicator is making a higher low. So yeah, those are the main ones I'm looking at the moment, waiting for probably TRX to reset a little bit more. It looks ready to go on the 4 hour. Let's have a quick look at the daily. Daily looks like it's going to come back, swing low a little bit more, but the 4 hour looks good to go. So we could see this possibly sell off a little bit with the Bitcoin pullback, and then I would expect it to pump. So if this pulls back and makes a flat bottom here, and we get a bull div in here, then that'll definitely be a chance for us to get a really good little bullish divergence long in. So this might go something like this, like a flat with the next Bitcoin pullback, and then we get something like this from the low, and it ends up something like that and bounces here, and then we get a higher low on the RSI divergence, and we get a flat bottom or a lower low with the double bottom, and then move on up. So that's pretty much it, the main coins I'm looking at the moment. Also Sia Coin is looking pretty good. Expecting Sia Coin to have a run because it's getting towards the end of the month, and they have a hard fork on the 28th or 31st of November. Can't remember. Say in the chat box, if you do, but you can always go and check it out on CoinMarketCal if you want to. So here it is at 31st of October, Sia Coin hard fork. So looking for that to have a breakout of this level here and break this 124 level, and maybe do something like this before the end of the month. It doesn't have that much time. but we should get at least a challenge of this level here, which is a pretty clear resistance point. So expecting that to come up at least the 161, which is a nice little trade from here. So we're currently in a pretty deep long and expecting at least 60% out of C coin. So that's it for today, guys. Gonna love you and leave you. I've got to go get off to do a few things and watch the markets a little bit more. So I'll see you guys all in next